broadcasting from the KJFM Radio Barn at 102.1. This is KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, Eagle 102. Area High School basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome inside the Jake here at Louisiana High School. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross getting ready for varsity men's basketball tonight as the Louisiana Bulldogs welcome in the Montgomery County Wildcats. And this one could go one of two ways. Montgomery is a good team, but they've had some consistency issues. Louisiana's a good team. They've had some consistency issues.
They have. And they go live and die by the three, and they'll be challenged by Montgomery County's size. And I'm sure we'll tell you about it. Oh, by the way, I'm Jim Ross. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you forever.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been a while.
We haven't had a game for a week or so.
Yeah. I'm like, did I forget to say his name? No, he said his name. He was just,
We're good. We're good.
All right. Hey, let's start the pregame show.
Let's do it.
After this on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
With over 1,000 people pre-registered for the COVID-19 vaccine, High County Health Department will be temporarily closing our pre-registration list. We will continue to work down this list to start booking appointments for vaccine clinics as more vaccine is received. If you have pre-registered, please be sure to answer our call at 573-324-2111, as you will have limited time to return your call regarding booking your appointment.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And the Bulldogs welcome in the Montgomery County Wildcats tonight here at Louisiana High School. And Scott Krager, the coach of Montgomery, he's having to deal with some issues. And this isn't the time of year to be dealing with injuries, but he lost his junior point guard, Logan Hutchinson, on Monday night against Wellsville Middletown to a broken wrist. And at this point of the year, that means you're done for the year.
You're gone, yeah. We're just around the corner from districts, and you can't really stand to lose that. However, actually, I see him out there now. They have number 33, which I don't even have on my sheet. What's his name?
Kalijah Carter.
You know, he became eligible at the semester, I guess, and is a point guard by trade. So all is not lost with the loss of Hutchinson, but it certainly sets him back not having a two-tiered point guard situation like they've had all year.
And they've been without a sophomore guard for a while now, Zach Rogers, who had a heart condition. He's had surgery. They do expect him back before the end of the season. So, some additions, some subtractions for Scott Krager, but they're coming off two pretty solid wins over Clopton and Wellsville in the past week.
Yeah, they've won 3 in a row, 58-49. I believe that was last night against Clopton, actually. So I wonder if they stayed at the River's Edge Hotel instead of driving all the way home. But they had a little streak in there where they lost 3 in a row. They lost to Herman twice and lost to New Haven, I believe. So that kind of snapped them back into reality because they were cruising along pretty good at that point. Louisiana, on the other hand, they've been struggling as of late. They went to Wellsville and got it handed to them, only scored 38 points in their last game. They've lost 2 in a row and three of their last 5. So they're looking to find some direction. And this team from Louisiana's got to drive most of the fans, the coaches, just crazy because they are so inconsistent. They live and die by the 3, and they play uninterested sometimes. I was trying to think of a good word for it coming over here. Not engaged maybe might be a good word. They better get engaged tonight because you got the player of the year in the conference in Colin Parker here tonight. And when we had them against Bowling Green a month or so ago, what did they have? 7, 8, 9 block shots, you know. Bowling Green was trying to penetrate, and they were just swatting it away right and left. So Louisiana's not going to have an answer for Parker inside. So they're going to have to shoot from the outside. If they don't make those threes, it could get ugly.
And we'll see how they can get inside when we check our keys to the game next on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Getting close to game time here at Louisiana as the Bulldogs welcome in Montgomery County. Our keys to the game for tonight for Louisiana?
Well, they got to make threes. They got to play defense. It's something they tend to lax on from time to time. And if they can't do those two things, it's going to be rough. The good thing for Louisiana, they can be the spoiler because Montgomery County's odds-on favorite to win the conference. They've got the conference title in their own hands now. They win out, they win the title. Louisiana can upset that apple cart if they can beat them here tonight.
You think the court-warming crowd here, it's a big crowd here at Louisiana, can help feed this Bulldog attack?
It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt at all. And you know, I'd like to say they want to speed the game up, but we've seen Montgomery 2 or 3 times. They like to go up and down too. So
yes, they do.
This is a tough matchup for Louisiana because they're going to be outsized. They may be a little quicker in Montgomery County, but Montgomery County wants to go up and down too, so we'll have to see how it plays out.
Those are our keys to the game, our starting lineups, and our opening tips still coming up on KJFM.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs, whether you're looking for a conventional loan or an HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank. 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this one for the visiting Montgomery County Wildcats, they're coached by Scott Krager. They'll start a junior at 6 foot, number 5, Drake Smith. Number 15 gets to start a 5'10 junior, Ethan Rakers. Number 22, a 5'10 junior, Keenan James. Number 24, a 6'7 senior, Callan Parker. And number 33, a 5'8 senior, Kalijah Carter. For the Bulldogs, they're coached by Matt Smith. They'll start a junior at 6'3", number 2, Mason Washington. Number 4, a junior at 5'10", Quincy Hunt. Number 5, a 5'9 sophomore, Donovan Richards. Number 11, a 5'7 sophomore, Wyatt Harrison. And number 34, a 6 foot junior, Ryan Capps.
Parker and Washington will jump center. Louisiana will control the opening tip. They're in their home whites. For those of you on radio, they'll be moving from our left to our right. Montgomery County in their road blues. And we've got an illegal pick by Ryan Capps right off the jump. And one thing that can't happen is Ryan Capps can't be in foul trouble.
No.
At all. Louisiana 11-7 on the season. Montgomery County 14-6, so similar records. And Montgomery County, we went through the injuries, and Louisiana has Chapman on the bench for missing the practice or some disciplinary thing, I think, to start this game. I think he'll get some action as we go. Parker is probably the player of the year, but Carter's going to shoot a 3 and drains it. First bucket of the night and the first lead for Montgomery County. They'll have a 1-2-1-1 full court press against Louisiana, and Harrison gets it now to Richards across the timeline to the block. Shot up. There's the first block by Parker, but it goes into Capps' hand. He can't convert, and Montgomery heads the other way. Carter up the right sideline. Skip past left wing to Rakers. He penetrates in. His shot won't go, and Louisiana with the rebound. I want to apologize to Rakers. I called him Rackers the last time we had him.
Well, Winfield has a Rackers, and Montgomery has a Rakers, and it's spelled the same way.
That it is. That's the East Coast, West Coast thing, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I've got second cousins that go by Fronic.
Louisiana against this man-to-man defense. Kind of a little bit surprised that Montgomery's going to play man, but that's Scotty Krager's M.O. Washington's going to shoot the 3 left wing. It's short. Rebound off to Rakers. He'll head the other way. He's going to beat everybody to the other end and then makes a pass to the corner. It's loose. Carter will pick it up in the far sideline, and they'll reset it to the head of the key. Carter penetrates in. Step back 15-footers. Nothing but net. He's got 5. Montgomery's got 5, and they lead 5-0.
Sweet little step back move.
Ooh, wasn't that though? Long pass to Capps. He'll get it across to Harrison. He'll shoot a runner and scores. Wyatt Harrison with the first bucket for the Dogs, and it's 5-2 into the front court. Here they come back and forth. James to the short corner, out to Rakers. Head of the key to Carter. Carter penetrates down the left lane. In the left corner now to James. His 3 ball is good. Montgomery on fire. They have not missed a shot yet. They lead 8-2. Over the top pass to Washington, right in front of the Montgomery bench. Back to Hutt between the circles. 5:50 to play in the first. 8-2 Montgomery. Hutt gets into the paint, pulls up from 8. It's off the mark. Rebound to Parker. Parker up the right sideline to Carter. He penetrates, skips it out to Smith. Smith to the free throw line. Now looks to help from Rakers. Right wing to Carter. Now they'll get it into Parker. He's probably the presumptive player of the year. Little right baby hook hits nothing. And Harrison comes away with the rebound. Into the front court. Richards on the left wing. Guarded by Carter. He'll back up on the Bulldog logo. Beautiful new floor here at Louisiana High School. And they'll reset things with Capps between the circles. Right wing to Richards. Richards looks inside, nothing doing there. Back to Capps, left wing to Harrison. Harrison fakes the shot, now to Hutt. Hutt on a pick and roll with Capps, penetrates in. It's off his foot and out of bounds. First turnover of the game on the Dogs. In the game, Ty Lue, a 6'1 junior. He's an energy guy. Gotta love the shorts. He's got them rolled up old school style. Him and Carter both going with the short shorts.
Yep.
That's my day. Into the front court comes Smith to the paint. Behind the back dribble, hands it back. And James, I thought he was going to get away with a travel, but they did call it. He jumped up in the air in the pass and came back down with it. And the official whistled a traveling violation, so the first turnover on Montgomery will give it back to the Dogs.
Interesting with Parker down low, how they're utilizing Capps way out high offensively.
Trying to bring him out, and he may be able to drive by Parker. I don't know. That's what they're trying to figure out. Capps has it now, speaking outside the arc, to Harrison left wing. Drives left baseline, nothing doing there. Reverses field, gives it back to Richards. Richards between the circles now. On a pick and roll with Caps to the right elbow, hands it off to Hutt. Hutt now to Harrison. He's going to be fouled on the pass by Keenan James. That'll be his first, team's first.
We had a tight JV game earlier. Montgomery edges Louisiana in that one, 34-33. The girls will play tomorrow at Montgomery.
Yeah, that JV game, Louisiana's up 33-31, and the Montgomery kid hit a three with about 12 seconds to go to put them on top. The ball on the inbounds is knocked out of bounds. Louisiana will maintain possession. Louisiana drove down, and Sheldon Silby had a shot, and then a tip at the buzzer, and neither one of them went in, and Montgomery wins by 1. In the far corner on the inbounds, Harrison makes the catch to Hutt. Hutt penetrates in the lane. His running one-hander won't go. Rebounds loose. Washington picks it up, gets it to Caps. He'll put it up off the glass and good. That's what they got to do inside. Good interior passing will negate that size. Up the far sideline, James for Montgomery, and he throws it into the backcourt. And as soon as Parker touches it, that's going to be a backcourt violation. And Louisiana will get it back, trailing 8-4. 4:26 to play here in the first. Glad to have you with us. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich, high above the Jake here at Louisiana High School.
Where all the heat goes.
It's right toasty up here. It's right cold outside. We might want to embed some of that heat in our bodies. Washington for three, had the key, counted. Mason Washington with his first three-pointer of the night, first bucket, and it's down to an 8-7 lead for Montgomery. Carter in the front court, guarded by Harrison. Back to James. James holds it above his head to Smith. Smith penetrates into the paint, spin move, shoots it from 8, no good, and that's going to be the second foul of the night on Ryan Caps.
Got him reaching a little bit and made contact with that shooting hand.
Well, and the problem for Coach Smith is his rule is with 2 you come out, but he doesn't have a move yet that he's tried to make to put in, and it's going to be Chapman, I believe. As the first free throw by Smith crawls over the front of the rim, and it's good. He'll get a second. Into the game is, actually it's going to be Perkins, Nathan Perkins in for Caps. Second free throw's on the way by Smith. It hits everything and rolls around the rim one time and drops, so he'll make them both. And the lead back to 3 against the full court pressure. Harrison gets it ahead to Washington. Washington right wing to Perkins. Back to Richards. They whip it around the horn very quickly into the far corner now to Washington. Back to Hutt. Back to now Richards, who stands on the Bulldog logo at center court. Down to 3:30 to play in the first. 10-7, Montgomery on top. Perkins got away with the travel, but goes to the glass. His shot's up and good. Drug both those pivot feet, no whistle. It's a 10-9 game. Louisiana with full court pressure. They'll play full court man and then try and jump trap. Nothing doing there as Montgomery makes it, gets it in the front court. Lou now penetrates, kicks it back to James. His three's off the mark. Long rebound to Richards for the Dogs. Everybody in the area in action tonight, I believe. A whole slate of games. First time we've had that for a while with the weather and Corona and everything else. Richards' deep three is no good. Short. Montgomery with the rebound. They get it ahead to Smith. He'll go into the paint. Nice smooth move and drops in the layup. He kind of looked casual when he did that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Harrison back to the front court for Louisiana. 12-9 our score. Into the paint goes Harrison. He'll be fouled on the drive on the floor. And we'll have to check and see who the foul's on.
Breakers.
His first and the team's second. So Richards are triggered in right side of the paint. Chapman will check in now for
Wyatt Harrison.
That's an example of what I was talking about, not being engaged. You go in the game, you don't even know who you're going in for. I mean, you got to be locked in mentally, not just physically. On the inbounds, they get it to Hutt. It's stolen away. Third turnover of the game on the Dogs. Head of the key to Parker. He'll shoot the deep three from the rim, short. Chapman with the rebound. Tries to push it ahead to Perkins, but throws it out of bounds. And the fourth turnover will give it back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, he just tried to pass that before he got his body under control after picking up that rebound.
Didn't have a good handle on the basketball. And so Montgomery has it back with the lead. They lead 12-9, 2:10 to play in the first quarter. Right wing now, they get it to Smith, head of the key. Far corner to Rager's in the paint now to Parker. He'll get to the glass. His shot's partially blocked, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back in. First time they've been able to get the ball to Parker inside the lane, and he's able to score. Back comes Louisiana quickly. Perkins' shot off the mark. Good job breaking the press that time. Got a good look, couldn't convert. Rager's now left wing for Montgomery on a pick and roll with Parker. Hands it off to Lou. Lou now to James. James to Parker on the left block. He'll drop step to the hole. It won't go, but he'll be fouled by Washington.
Over at Bowling Green, Lady Cats beats Wellsville Middletown 42-26 in the front half of a doubleheader there.
Yeah, I was looking at the district stuff at lunch today as Parker goes to the line and shoot two. Wellsville's a little bit of a surprise. Wellsville boys, I should say, are a little bit of a surprise. I think they're 13-6 on the season. And they may cause some problems. Maybe we'll have some time to talk about district tonight. Maybe not with just one game. Smith will check out for Montgomery. And back in is James. And the second free throw is good by Parker. He's got 4, and the lead grows to 7. Again, full court pressure. They try and throw over the top. Washington with the catch. He'll go to the glass. It's partially blocked by Parker, and he controls the loose ball to Carter. Carter goes to the glass for Montgomery. His runner up and good. Carter with 7 and the lead 9, the biggest of the game. Perkins gets it in the front court over to Washington. He makes a tough catch and scores. Up and down a fair, just like we expected, Mark. Montgomery's willing to run, and at this point, so is Louisiana. Carter in the far corner to Lou. He'll shoot the 3. It's short, no good. Rebound swat away. It's loose, and Hutt will pick it up for Louisiana. To Richards. And he's hollered at by the bench to slow down. And they do just that with 45 seconds to play in the first. Perkins right wing to Richards. Richards now dribbles around. A sagging man-to-man defense by Montgomery. Down to 30 seconds. Hutt being hounded by James. Gets it now to Washington. Washington throws it away. Stolen by Lou. He'll stop and go to the glass. Count the bucket and a foul and a blocking foul. What an athletic move by Ty Lou. And he'll get a chance for the n1.
That's a big turn there. It could be a 3-point swing. And just because of a little bit of a lackadaisical pass.
Foul on Richards, his first. Yeah, the lead can go from what could have been 5 to 10 now as Lou makes the free throw with 20 seconds to play. Perkins gets it in the middle of Washington. Left side now to Richards. Far corner to Chapman. He'll let the 3-ball go. It's good. Tremaine Chapman with a deep 3 from the far corner. Good look that time. Down to 5 seconds into the front court. Corner to Lou. He'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Rebounds loose, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Up and down a fair, high-scoring game. Montgomery goes to the bench leading at the end of the first quarter, 21-14 over Louisiana. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Interesting, both of these teams average in the 50s. Montgomery County 59.6, Louisiana 52.1, where Montgomery's well above that pace here in this first quarter. Leading 21-14, and they'll have it as we start the second. We'll check the lineups for you when we get a chance. Lou will drive from the right wing, goes to the glass, up, no good. Chapman with the rebound for Louisiana. And he'll take it into the front court. Now to Richards. Richards deep corner to Hutt. He'll ball fake, drives to the wing, or to the block, I should say, and scores. Quincy Hutt with a nice athletic move and scores it for Louisiana. It's Carter Smith Hartman in the game for the first time as he gets the ball. Carter drives baseline, kicks it to Chernuski, who's in. His shot's off the mark. Carter with the long rebound for Montgomery. Penetrates in, and he's going to be fouled. Could have got a travel call, but they're going to call a shot or foul on the floor, I should say. And that'll be 2 on Washington. Harrison will come in. So it'll be Harrison, Perkins, Hutt, Chapman, and Washington for Louisiana. Washington and Caps both now with 2. If my scoring is
That's right. Or no, they gave it to Perkins. 20, not 2.
Aha. Into the paint comes Lou from Montgomery. Nice athletic move again. Hangs in the air and spins it in. And the lead is 7 at 23-16. 6:50 to play in the half. Hutt with it now between the circles to Washington. Right wing to Perkins. Perkins on a pick and roll. Drives in the paint. His shot's off the mark. Loose on the floor. And Chernuski will come up with the rebound for Montgomery. Into the front court to Carter. Carter drives into the paint. His wild shot won't go, and it'll go out of bounds. And back to Louisiana. Pretty athletic is Carter.
Heck, none of these Montgomery players are afraid to throw themselves around.
Not at all. Well, you know where they get that from.
Yeah, right?
You take on the traits of your coach, and that's the way Scotty Greger played back in the day. Louisiana, nice give and go to Chapman. He'll slash to the bucket for the layup from the right wing. That was pretty. And it's 23-18. Louisiana trying to crawl back into this thing after trailing by as many as 9. Lou with it left wing for Montgomery. Now gets to Hartman. Hartman on the right elbow. Tries to back down the lane. Can't do anything with it. Hands it off to Smith. He's in the paint. He'll put it up in the crowd. It won't go. Gets his own rebound. Put backs up. Oh, and it won't quite crawl over the front of the rim. There's a whistle on a foul.
He was trying to will it over the top of that rim.
Yes, he was, and he'll get 2 shots for his efforts. Foul is going to be on Chapman, his first. Drake Smith, a 6-foot junior. First one's short off the front of the rim.
He was 2 for 2.
Parker back in along with Rakers for Montgomery. And Jack Logan with his first minutes of the night for Louisiana. Second free throw by Smith's good. He's 3 for 4. And the lead back to 6. Logan in the middle, in the backcourt, gets it back to Hutt. Hutt into the front court now. Skips it over to Washington. Washington on the dribble, looks for some help, hands it to Harrison. Down to 5:30 to play here in the half. Pass deflected, but Logan catches on the right wing, head of the key to Washington. Left wing now to Chapman. He ball fakes, gets it to the elbow, and throws a bullet pass right through Hutt and out of bounds. And the 5th turnover will give it back to Montgomery as Keenan James returns. Carter will take a seat for the Cats. Louisiana will back out of the press this time. And Wyatt Harrison is guarding Parker. And he goes up to about his waist. No way that's going to work. They're going to face guard him is what they're trying to do. As Montgomery works it around. It looks like a box and one is what Montgomery or Louisiana is trying to pull off here. Lou open for 3. He'll let it go from the left wing. It's long, no good. Washington with the rebound. He throws away the outlet pass. And to Parker. He'll put it up. No good. Lou with the offensive rebound. Puts it up. It won't go, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
I think that is going to be the second on Mason.
Man, they did a good job defensively on Parker and then threw away the outlet pass. And Lou will go to the line. He'll get 2 shots.
Sometimes having a guy on your hip like that is just bothersome.
Yeah, that's right. first free throw. Did it go in?
Yes,
it did. Looked away for just a flash. He doesn't take any time shooting it, does he?
No, he does not.
2 dribbles and fires. And the second one is good as well. They've been really good from the free throw line so far tonight. They've only missed one of many. And the press does its job. Hutt's going to have it deflected. It goes off his fingertips, out of bounds, back to Montgomery.
They had 2 near steals before they finally forced the Bulldogs into a turnover.
26-18, Montgomery on top. 4:48 to play here in the first half. Harrison pestering Parker. That's an interesting strategy, isn't it?
And a hard way to say it.
3 ball from Rakers in the corner, short, no good. Louisiana with the rebound. They'll hustle up the left sideline. Chapman out of Washington, skip pass, had the key to Hutt. Hutt on the handoff to Logan. He'll penetrate to the right elbow. Now backs out behind the arc, left wing to Richards. And we've got an illegal pick on Harrison.
Second one of those called against Louisiana tonight. First foul on Wyatt.
17th foul, but that's considered an offensive foul nowadays. No shots. So Montgomery will get it in their back court with 4:25 to play here in the half. Rakers into the front court. Crossover dribble in the paint to Lou on the left wing. Near corner to Smith. Back to Lou to Rakers. He'll pull up from 15. It's no good. Logan with the rebound for Louisiana. Into the front court he comes off to Washington left wing. He'll let it fly from deep. That's short. Harrison with the long rebound gets it right back to Washington. Now right wing to Logan. 4 minutes to play in the half. Logan between the circles to Harrison. Harrison on the left wing. Montgomery still in a man-to-man. They've been there all night. Now to Logan right wing. He'll get it inside to Washington. He'll go up and under. It's blocked by Parker. Washington gets it back, however. He'll skip it out to Logan. He'll shoot the 3 right wing. It's no good. Parker with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Smith. They'll look to run. He's lost the handle. He'll drive baseline. Nowhere to go there. Gets it back to Lou. Head of the key 3. That's going to be long. No good. And the rebound's going to be by Chapman. But who's the foul going to be on?
It's going to be on Quincy Hutt.
Well, they're working Parker over inside on the rebounds and on the defensive end. They're banging him for all they're worth, and Parker will pick up the foul. And he'll get a 1-on-1 as that's the 9th team foul on the big 6'7" seniors going to Columbia College. First free throw is nothing but net, and he'll get a second. I believe his brother is at Columbia College as well. He was a senior at Montgomery last year. Parker with the second. Can make it a 10-point lead. And he does. 28-18. That's the biggest of the night for Montgomery.
Yeah, it's a shocker when this team misses a free throw.
Isn't it, though? Man, that stat's going to be shocking at half, speaking of shockers. Yeah. Chapman has it left wing. He'll try and penetrate. Nothing doing against Smith. Or check that, it was Rakers. Now they'll get it to Washington in the near corner to Logan. Head of the key now to Hutt. Hutt penetrates the right elbow. Skips it left wing to Chapman. He'll penetrate in. His shot is up and good. A lot of contact on the drive. Could have probably gone either way. They called nothing. And Chapman makes the bucket. He's got 7 now himself, and it's 28-20 Montgomery. Rakers at the head of the key now. Guarded by Chapman. Looks around, now gets it to James. James far corner to Smith. Smith penetrates to the right elbow. Head of the key now to Rakers. Hands it off to James. He'll shoot the 3. It rattles around, won't go. Washington with the rebound for Louisiana. He'll push it into the front court. No room for a break. Lots of defenders back. He gets it on the give and go, and it's swatted from behind by Parker. Great defensive block that time. Back comes Montgomery. Smith in the far corner. Ball fakes the 3. Had the key to Carter, who checked back in. He'll shoot the 3. In and out, no good. Logan with the rebound. Nobody's made a bucket for a while. We've had some free throws.
Carter was struggling with his footing on that one. That's why he pushed it.
Hutt now to Logan. Logan drives in. He'll shoot a runner with the one hand. It's good. Everybody wants to shoot the running one-hander these days. Guess they see LeBron James do that. It was good that time, and now a pass kicked by Chapman. And Montgomery will get it at about the center court stripe.
Coach Krager had to track that one down.
Yeah, Greg Ellis, the official, looked and said, I'm not chasing that.
That's too far.
I'm not chasing that thing. So Montgomery gets it back to the center court stripe with 1:40 to play here in the half. Carter in the near corner to James. He'll drive baseline to the short corner, kicks it inside to Rakers, back to Carter. He'll drive same corner, and the pass through the middle goes out of bounds. Was it touched? They say it was not, so it'll be a backcourt violation on Montgomery County. A bullet pass by Carter intended for Smith, but nobody was home that time. And Louisiana will get it back, trailing by 6. Chapman, spin move to the block, and he's going to be tied up by Rakers, and it's a jump ball. Good defensive play that time by Ethan. And Louisiana will get it on the arrow underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. Washington to throw it in, 1:25 to play in the half. Gets it to Harrison in the far corner to Hutt. Hutt now to Chapman. Chapman to Hutt. Hutt backs up now on the dribble. We'll hand it off to Harrison. He's right out the center court stripe with 1:10 to play. And Hutt now loses the handle. Stolen by Smith. He's got Carter with him. Carter to the glass. Layups up. Good count, the bucket, and the foul. Hutt got there a little late. Carter converted it. And he'll get an and one. We've talked about it 100 times this year, haven't we? If you're going to foul a guy shooting a layup, you got to make sure he doesn't shoot it. That was not the case there. So Carter can try and convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Richards in for Harrison. Lou back in for Smith for Montgomery. And it's an 8-point lead, 30-22 with 1:06 to play in the half. Carter having a good first half. He's going with a short look too. His free throw's no good though. Rare miss, and it goes out for Carter on the or Parker, I should say, on the offensive rebound. Louisiana will get it with 1:05 to play.
Louisiana just needs to take care of the ball. Too many unforced errors.
They've laid off the three-point shot though so far tonight. They haven't shot a bunch of those, which is usually their MO. And Carter is going to be whistled for the foul. He tries to steal it from Richards.
First on Kalijah Carter.
Both teams done fairly good with the turnovers. Only 7 on Louisiana, 2 for Montgomery. Actually, that's not right. I didn't write down that back court. Let's make that 3. Richards has it now on the far sideline. Guarded by Carter. He'll penetrate, gets to the block, lets the defender fly by. He'll hand it to Washington. Washington at the free throw line, now in the paint, back to Washington, or Chapman in the far corner. Now to Washington, had the key to Logan. Logan nearly has it stolen away, but gets it back now. Will penetrate in, whips it out to Hutt. Hutt dribbles to the right elbow. No space for him there. To Chapman, left wing. Down to 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Now they might as well hold for one.
Right.
Richards will pull it out, and that's what will be the plan. They're usually not very good at this hold for one stuff. They usually end up having to take something wild because they wait too long. Richards now has it down to 10. On a pick and roll, he gets to Hutt. Hutt's going to penetrate in. He'll go up in a crowd. It's no good. Parker with the rebound with 4, with 3. He's to half court. He'll pull up, shoot the three-pointer at the buzzer. It's no good, and that'll do it for the first half. A good first half it was, but Montgomery goes to the locker room on top. 30-22 over the Bulldogs. Your halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Entertaining first half of basketball here from Louisiana on court warming night. The Bulldogs trailing Montgomery by 8, 30-22 through 2 quarters. And like you said there toward the end of the half, Louisiana probably in this ball game because they haven't fallen in love with the 3 tonight.
That's true, and they've been able to penetrate. Parker's got his blocks, but they've been able to penetrate. They've had some pretty nice interior passing. Cap's got in foul trouble right out of the gate, so that didn't help things any at all for them as they need him inside as a bigger body. As it's homecoming here tonight at Louisiana, they're announcing the homecoming court in the background. And so, yeah, they've stayed in this game. They've turned it over a little bit too much. 7 turnovers is quite a few for a first half, but that's actually a little better than we've seen out of Louisiana in the past. So they're going to have to start cutting loose with some threes, though, if they get any further behind, and then that could either catch them up or they get beat handily.
Yeah, they need to mix it into the offense, not rely on it solely as their offense.
They actually started to run a little bit with Montgomery. That's kind of how they got their lead. That and the free throw line is becoming an MO for Louisiana. They put the team, they play on the line a lot, and they don't get to the line very much, as they've shot 0 free throws in the first half. So that's another thing that they need to work on as they go into the last segment of this season.
We'll talk more about the free throws when we go through our scoring report. It's court warming homecoming night here at Louisiana. They're putting the court on the floor right now as the Bulldogs trail 30-22 here on a Friday night on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
You pay attention to who gets crowned. I'll go through the first half scoring as we continue.
I'll do my best. We've got our able-bodied assistant here that'll know all these kids, so we're good. We're in good shape.
He couldn't even tell us when they were going to do court warming.
I know, that's scary. we won't mention any names.
All right, for Montgomery County in the first half, Drake Smith with 5 points, 3 points for Keenan James, 7 for Ty Lue, 6 points for Colin Parker, and 9 for Kalijah Carter. For the Bulldogs, 5 points for Mason Washington, 7 for Tremaine Chapman off the bench tonight, 2 points for Quincy Hunt, 2 points for Wyatt Harrison, 2 points for Nathan Perkins, 2 points for Jack Logan, and 2 points for Ryan Camps in limited duty in the first half for Ryan after picking up 2 early fouls. So there's the first half scoring. And
free throws. Let's talk about free throws. 10 for 12. Did you already say that?
I was just about to.
Okay, I won't steal your thunder.
Montgomery County, 10 of 12.
Louisiana?
0 for 0.
Yeah. Difference in this game, 30-22. 10 free throws to 0.
There you go.
How much more analysis do you need than that, right?
Yeah, and we still have 10+ minutes to talk here at halftime after they crown the king and queen here at Louisiana. So we'll take a break and we'll try and get some other scores from around the area. I know the Bowling Green girls were victorious tonight. We'll see if we can get anything else when we return here on the halftime report. Actually, they're going to crown. There's a lot of suspense. Jaden Womack is the queen of court warming, so she'll be crowned. Are they doing a king?
Well, I think so. They always have in the past. But I've been removed from it for a couple of years.
Few.
About four now. Time flies, doesn't it?
So, Jaden, congratulations to her on the
One more round of applause.
queen, and I don't think they're crowning a king.
I guess they're not.
So, Jaden is the only royalty here tonight, and the basketball team just escorted the female court attendees.
I guess I'm just getting
candidates.
Old. I don't get it.
Maybe no one signed up.
You got to have a king and a queen. You got to have a king and a queen. Queen can't function without a king, can't you?
Well, Great Britain has gone how many years?
Well, they're trying, but they just don't call him a king.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not in the bloodline. 30-22 our score. Montgomery leading Louisiana. We'll take a break, come back with more of the halftime report, extended halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank and Bowling Green Tractor.
2 quarters in the books here at Louisiana, and the Bulldogs trail Montgomery County 30-22. About 9.5 minutes to go before we tip off the second half. Again, congratulations to Jaden Womack, the only royalty. She will reign.
The kingless queen.
Yeah. We are in the 2020s. Come on.
I understand that. I guess I need to catch up.
Speaking of needing to catch up, we need some scoring updates
we do.
From around the area. All we have so far is that the Bowling Green girls beat Wellsville 42-26. I'm waiting on an update from the boys game, but my source has apparently put away her phone.
Well, let me see if we've got anything going on Score Stream. They don't do as well in basketball as they do in football.
Yeah, the score changes too quickly.
Yeah, I don't see anything at all on Score Stream, so that's not going to help us out.
So we'll try to figure out some things.
We need to work on
a
network of on-the-scene texters.
I forgot an Ethernet cable tonight. Come on.
Fair point.
Can't even network our network.
Fair point. I'll just let that go. We don't have to bring that up again.
So, Louisiana, how do they continue to stay in this ball game or make some strides? You mentioned throwing in a 3 here and there. I think they have 3 or 4 attempts, haven't really connected yet from beyond that arc. Just Chapman's there and Washington's in the first quarter. But beyond that,
Well, they got to do it on
got
to do it on the defensive end. I mean, they've got to force some turnovers. Montgomery only turned it over 3 times in the first half, and if you're going to catch up from 8 points down, you either got to make a bunch of shots or you got to turn them over. And Montgomery's not the type team that necessarily turns the ball over. And ironically enough, Parker really hasn't had a whole lot of open looks inside. He's only got 6 points. They've done a pretty good job on him.
Yeah, I think putting Harrison on him has really, been a pretty novel approach to defending the big man.
Yeah, a 5'7" guard against a 6'7" center. But he was face guarding him, doing everything he could to keep him from getting the ball and playing a box and one with the rest of the guys. And it worked out. They got down by 10 and actually got it cut down to 4 and then let it stretch back out to 8 right before the end of the half. And so they've got their work cut out for them. There's no doubt about it. They're going to have to make some shots and play some defense if they want to get back in this ballgame.
30-22 our score. Montgomery leading Louisiana. Back with more of the halftime report after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Over at Bowling Green, it's the Bobcats trailing Wellsville with about a minute to go in the second quarter of that one, 23-21, and the Bobcats have the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 over there at Bowling Green High School.
Yeah, that's a pretty even matchup, even though the records don't jive. Bowling Green's played quite a bit better in the second half of the season, and Wellsville's a quality team. They don't have a whole lot of size. Steve Lashman is their head coach. That's a name Louisiana folks will remember. He was a coach here for a while, going back, I guess that would have been probably back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think. And he's taken over the helm, I guess a couple of years ago he took over at Wellsville. And
did he have a stop at Clopton too?
I can't answer that. I don't know the answer to that question.
I think he may have before Kerry Bibb. I'm not positive on that, but for some reason I think that's in my brain. So
that could be.
Here it's 30-22. Montgomery leading Louisiana. About 3.5 minutes to go before the third quarter. Band sounds good tonight. I know my daughter got her first opportunity tonight to play in the band for a high school game. Starting to loosen those restrictions a little bit, I think.
The Louisiana band all has masks on.
How do you play?
They must have a slit in the mask to where you can play the trumpet, the horned instruments with, and the only mask that I don't see over somebody's nose is the drummer.
Well, it probably fell down, swinging those sticks. I got my vax, so I'm good to go now.
Got your what? Oh, did you?
Yeah. You got your.
That's right.
You got your antibodies. I got my vaccine.
Yeah, that's right. You're a prisoner. I forgot. You probably got that early, didn't you?
A week ago today. Yeah.
The rumor is that, and it may be factual, it is if you've had the coronavirus, you don't necessarily want to get the vaccine until your 90 days is up because it makes you sick. So I guess I've got another month and a half before I have to worry about getting the vaccine. So I can tell you, speaking just for me, you don't want it because it was no fun.
The virus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we've heard all the stories from one end of the spectrum to the other of how it affects everybody differently. I was one of those guys that didn't hospitalize me, but I was sick for 5 or 6 days, pretty sick. So.
Yeah, I got the vaccine. I got the Moderna, not the Pfizer. I felt a little off for a couple of days, and then I was fine. I didn't feel sick, just felt off.
Yeah. I know. I got a friend that had it the day before yesterday. He said it made him tired for 2 days.
Yeah.
And that he actually went home and took a nap yesterday, and he's not the guy that's going to go home and take a nap normally. So.
That's me. I'm the guy that goes home and takes a nap.
Me too. A nap at lunch and a nap right after dinner.
Team's back on the floor now to start the second half of this ball game as the band plays the Bulldog fight song here at Louisiana.
Montgomery will have it to start the second half. It looks like they'll have their original starting lineup back in the game, as will Louisiana. Carter has it now as we're underway. Jim Ross, Mark Froenick, glad to have you with us. Smith in the near corner, back to Carter, left wing now to Rakers. Rakers whistled for a travel, so Montgomery, who only turned it over 3 times the entire first half, starts the second half with a turnover.
Bowling Green did tie that game before it went to halftime. There's still actually 7.5 seconds to go.
Full court pressure, man pressure by Montgomery this time, no problem for Louisiana. Harrison into the front court, guarded by Carter. He'll get it to Washington on the right wing. Washington back to Harrison, hands it to Richards. Richards out near the center court circle, right wing to Washington. Inside to Capps, he'll make the catch on the shuffle cut, scores the layup. Ryan Capps, who spent most of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls, makes his presence felt on the first offensive possession. Bullet pass by Carter, stolen by Louisiana. 2 turnovers in a row. That's what we said they need to do. The Bulldogs to get back in this. Richards, head of the key now. Hands it off to Hutt, back to Richards. They'll reset now with 6:55 to play here in the third. Right wing to Harrison. Back to Hutt, left wing to Richards. They'll look for Washington now, head of the key. Kicks to Richards in the near corner. He'll shoot the 3 short. Hutt with the offensive rebound. Hands it back to Richards. He'll drop it inside to Capps. His layup's up and good. There's that good interior passing again we saw some of in the first half, and the lead down to 4. Full court pressure, no problem for Montgomery. James on the far sideline, back to Carter. Louisiana in their normal man-to-man defense, and the pass goes off Rakers' hands. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers in a row for Montgomery. And Louisiana will get it back. They're making me sound like a prophet. See if Louisiana can convert this turnover. They've converted the first 2. Washington now dribbles to the left wing to Hutt. Hutt right wing to Richards. Richards holds it back to Hutt. They're looking for a shuffle cut's what they're trying to get inside if they can. Against this man-to-man. Harrison will hand it off to Richards. Down to 6 minutes to play in the third. Hutt to Capps, way outside the paint. They don't want him handling the ball out there at all. He'll fake the pick and roll and slip in. Harrison pulls up from 15. It's going to be short, and the loose ball rebound to Rakers for Montgomery. See if they can get a bucket. To Parker. He'll shoot the 3 left wing. It's money. The big 6'7" center goes deep. He's got 9. And that stops the drought for Montgomery. And Carter's going to be whistled for the foul on the press.
Going to be the second on Kalijah Carter.
And Louisiana will have it just before the half-court stripe.
A Bowling Green-Wellsville game in the first half. Wellsville led by double digits before Bowling Green came back and tied that before the half.
Could be an interesting game in the second half. Washington gets it into the front court off the inbounds to Hutt. Hutt had the key now to Richards. Richards backs up, guarded by Rakers. He'll hand it off to Washington. They run a little weave. Back to Washington. Now left wing to Harrison on a pick and roll with Caps. Harrison will get into the paint, loses the handle, kicks it back to Washington, or Richards, I should say, to Hutt. Hutt down inside to Caps. He'll shoot the layup up and good. Well, you see what they're doing. They're trying to break down the defender, get Parker to help, and then they dump it into Caps. And it's worked to perfection. Rakers gets it in the front court, being hounded by Richards. Right wing to Carter now, 33-28. Montgomery still on top. They've led by as many as 10 in the first half. James now to Smith, left wing. He'll let the three ball go. It's going to be long, and Hutt with the rebound. Hutt gets it to Washington. In the short corner to Caps. He'll penetrate against Parker. He'll go up and under and score. Ryan Caps with the big man all over him. He's got 8 in the quarter, giving him 10 for the game. And it's a 3-point lead for Montgomery, 33-30, down to 4:10 to play in third. The offense has got to go through Parker for Montgomery. Louisiana still playing a boxing. Well, actually, they're just playing straight up man. Washington guarding Parker. Rakers gets into the paint, looks for some help. To James, he'll pull up from 8. It's going to hit the back of the rim, won't go. Parker with the offensive rebound. His putback's up and good. Big man catches it that close to the bucket. There's not much Louisiana can do about it. The lead grows back to 5 at 35-30. Down to 3:40 to play in third. Richards penetrates into the paint, nearly loses his handle, gets it to Harrison. He'll shoot it from 16 from the corner. It's short. Montgomery with the rebound. Rakers into the front court to Parker. Left wing, he'll shoot the three from the same spot. Same result. Colin Rakers drains a three. Louisiana wants a timeout. We're going to check that. It's going to be Montgomery call a timeout. They lead at 38-30. It's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
With over 1,000 people pre-registered for the COVID-19 vaccine, Pike County Health Department will be temporarily closing our pre-registration list. We will continue to work down this list to start booking appointments for vaccine clinics as more vaccine is received. If you have pre-registered, please be sure to answer our call at 573-324-2111, as you will have limited time to return your call regarding booking your appointment.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, Mark, Louisiana fought back and got it down to within 3. Montgomery stretched it out to the halftime lead of 8 with 3:27 to play here in the third.
What a benefit a big man that can step out and make a three look easy is.
Yeah, nobody's respecting that. There isn't anybody within 10 feet of him on the defensive end. Louisiana with it out of the timeout. Richards left wing. Pick and roll with Hutt. Richards to the right elbow now. He'll go up from about 8. It's off the mark, no good. Parker with the rebound. He'll outlet to Carter. They'll look to pass. They've got the break in line. Oh, it goes right through the hands of Smith. And out of bounds. He just shot a layup if he could have corralled it. But the fourth turnover of the half gives it back to Louisiana. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the third. Harrison across the timeline for the Dogs. On the left-hand dribble, gives it to Hutt. Hutt now to Richards, and they'll reset the offense with 2:40 to play in the third. Richards gets it to Washington. He'll shoot the three. That's off the glass, way off the mark. The rebound's loose. Carter will get it. He'll look to run, but the defense is back. He'll get it to the wing, crossover dribble into the paint, and the runner up with one hand goes down. Wow. Ooh, that was quite the little crossover dribble, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Some quickness there. Harrison back for Louisiana to Hutt. Hutt. Ball fake, still has his dribble. Now to Washington. Washington's got to go offensively. They got to have some points out of him. He gets it now on a give and go with Caps in the paint from 8. Good. Right on cue. Washington scores, and now Louisiana wants a timeout. 40-32 our score. 2:04 to play in the third. You listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center in all parts.
2:04 to go here in the third quarter. It's Montgomery County leading Louisiana 40-32.
Well, it's been an interesting, entertaining third quarter.
Yes, it has.
But the score has not changed, or the lead, I should say, has not changed at all, as Montgomery still leads by 8 with 2:04 to play here in the third. They'll have it out of the timeout. Louisiana will set up a little half-court man-to-man jump trap if they can. Rackers now dribbles out of that double team, or Rakers, I should say, gets it back to Carter. Carter penetrates. Kicks it back to Hartman, who checked into the game during the timeout, as did Lou for Montgomery. Carter now right wing drives in, and he'll run over the top of Caps, and that's a charge.
That's the third foul on Kalijah Carter. Just thinking, he's a senior. Coach Krager just got him this year. He seems a little unpolished still. If Scotty could have had another year or two to mold that player, how good he could have been at the high school level.
And he's got quickness, doesn't he? Washington will pull up from 16 from the corner. It's an air ball. Parker with the rebound. He'll lead the break. Ahead to Hartman. He'll get it to the block. Up, no good. Parker on the follow. Put back and good. The big man runs the floor as well, and he's got 10 and a half, 16 for the game. 10 for the quarter is what I should say. 16 for the game. So after a slow start, he's picked up the pace. And the lead is now 10, matching the biggest of the first half and the game. Hutt with it now. They run the weave, do the Bulldogs. Richard on the left elbow. Gets it back to Harrison. He'll penetrate in, throws it up, and scores. Wyatt Harrison's got 4. And it's 42-34, down under a minute to play here in the third. Only 2 fouls in this entire quarter. Both on Louisiana. Parker on the left elbow now at the high post. Steps back, now penetrates in, spins, turnaround jumper from 8 is good. And it's back to a 10-point lead. Richards to Washington. Washington to Hutt, head of the key. Left wing to Harrison. Down to 19 seconds. Harrison dribbles to the head of the key. He'll run the weave, hands it off to Washington. Down to 14 to Richards. Richards now calls play 1. He'll get it over to Washington. It's going to go off his fingertips and out of bounds. And the first turnover of the quarter will give it back to Montgomery with 7.3. Perkins and Chapman return for Louisiana. Hutt and Richards to the bench. Smith is back in for Montgomery with 7.3 to play. They got it 3/4 court. They'll get it into Carter. He'll penetrate. Step back 15-footer's good. Look pretty polished there, my friend Mark Froenick.
Yes, he did.
We go to the fourth. Montgomery leads at 46-34. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Start of the fourth quarter. Montgomery County has opened up their lead a bit on Louisiana, now 46-34. And that's thanks in part to a big quarter from Colin Parker and 6 points in that third quarter from Kalijah Carter, including that buzzer beater.
And no free throws shot by either team in that quarter. Don't see that very often.
No.
So Louisiana has it as we start the fourth. They've got to go. They trail by 12. They haven't shot many threes. They're going to have to start letting them fly if they're going to get back into this thing. Harrison goes into the paint. Rakers with a nice defensive play, swats it out of his hands, goes out of bounds and back to Louisiana.
Prevented the shot, didn't pick up a foul. That's about as perfect as you can get defensively.
Left side of the paint, Harrison gets it in to Perkins. He'll shoot the three. It's way off the mark, an air ball. Rakers with the rebound. Baseball pass ahead to Lou. He'll go up. Oh, he tried to jam it over Washington and it didn't go. Carter with the rebound. Oh, my. To Parker. He'll shoot the three. It's short. Carter gets the long rebound. He'll drive left baseline. Kicks it back to Smith. Smith now to Lou. He'll shoot the three. Bingo.
Can't get the dunk. He steps out and gets the tray instead.
That's a sign of somebody with some athletic skills, right? You got hops and can shoot the three. As Chapman tries to drive in and swatted from behind by Rakers and goes out of bounds. The old-fashioned let him go by and swat it from behind. I used to get called for fouls like that all the time. But this time it goes out of bounds, and Louisiana will get it back out at the three-point stripe on the baseline near side. Gets it into Caps. Caps had a 8-point quarter and has 10, leads Louisiana in scoring. To Harrison. Harrison recycles between the circles to Perkins. Gets it into Caps. Left baseline. He tries to back it. Parker underneath him does and scores. Used the basket that time for protection to keep Parker from blocking it. And it's 49-36. Smith dribbles to the left elbow. Still has his dribble. Hands it back to Carter. Carter to Smith, and Washington all over Parker, and he'll be whistled for the foul.
Third on Mason. First of the second half.
Trying to push the big man around. Parker's just emotionless, isn't he? He's been pushed around, beat around, kicked, bit, and everything you can think of in this game, and he just continues to play. They get it into Lou in the paint. He'll spin to the glass. No good. Rebounds loose. Saved in by Chapman to Richards.
All the Montgomery County players showed up in classic NBA jerseys. Can you guess which one Parker was wearing?
Bill Russell.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Would have never guessed that in a month of Sundays. Caps picks up the loose ball, gets it back to Washington for Louisiana.
With all those blocks?
Well, fair point.
No.
Richards now, as Louisiana having trouble getting in an offensive flow here in this second half. Washington left wing to Chapman. He'll shoot the left wing three. It's on line, but long. Caps tips out the rebound to Washington. Back to Chapman. He'll go in behind a back pass to Caps. He can't convert. He'll try it one more time. This time Parker will swat it away. And Montgomery will regain possession. Carter into the paint. Near corner to Smith. Hands it back to Lou. He fakes a three. He's going to go to the glass. He's going to go up. And a charge called as Caps slid over there, and the ball pins between the backboard and the rim.
A little Voigtlock after an offensive foul on Ty Lue, his first.
We've got two guys in our area with very similar build, and Riley Walker and Ryan Caps, who love to take the charge.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them, man. They take a ton of them. Into the game is Keenan James as Rakers will take a seat, and I don't know what we've got going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Some kind of warning for something, bench warning or something, delay a game, who knows. Sometimes you get caught up in these rules and they're a waste of time and energy. Kind of like the sideline warning.
There's a double dribble.
Chapman got it between his dribble, got it between his legs. You got to just pick it up then, and picked it up and took off dribbling. So the turnover, just the second of the half for Louisiana, but that gives Montgomery the ball back. They still lead by 13, 49-36, down to 5:15 to play in the ball game. Smith just inside the arc, steps out now at the head of the key, crossover dribble into the paint, spins inside in a double team, goes up in a crowd, won't go. Parker's there for the putback, but he's fouled from behind by Washington.
That's 4 on Mason. That is not good news with over 5 minutes to go still.
And Parker will go to the line. He'll get 2 shots as they're going to let the sub come in with 2 shots, which...
You know, all those 90s jerseys they were wearing when they came in, no 90s Denver Nuggets jerseys? No one trying to suck up to the coach?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Hutt into the game for Louisiana as Parker drains the first. So what time did you get here, like 4?
No.
Okay. You should have shown them up. You should have worn your 90s jersey. I'm sure you've got one in that plethora of sports jerseys that you have in your closet.
I am oddly absent of NBA apparel.
Lacking NBA apparel.
Yeah.
Wow.
My arms don't look good. I need a basketball jersey.
Wear a sleeve underneath that.
Yeah.
Richards for three, off the mark, no good. Hits nothing. Smith with the rebound. Baseball pass ahead to Carter. He makes a tough catch, and he'll score away at it. And Montgomery thinking about blowing this thing open here. They lead at 53-36, 4:30 play in the ballgame. I actually have a Michael Jordan jersey, both the 23 and the 45 that he wore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Perkins with, well, I say I have it. I had it. I'm not positive it hasn't been pilfered by both of my children. Louisiana with it. Richards now penetrates into the paint. His shot's off the mark, and he's going to be fouled. It looks like they may get James that time. And Louisiana's going to do something they haven't done all night. Shoot a free throw. This will be their first of the game. Richards will get two. And he makes the first. He'll get the second. Logan and Rakers in for their respective clubs. Smith and Perkins will take seats. Richards, the young sophomore, he'll get a second. Where's number 5? And that's going to be well off the mark. Parker with the rebound for Montgomery. Down to 4:10 to play in the game. Parker to the head of the key. Skips it in the corner to Rackers. Back to Smith. He'll shoot the three. Check that. It was James. He drains another three. His second of the night. And it's a 19-point lead. Caps in the paint now, goes up and shoots it over the top of Parker and scores. He's done a great job against the taller Parker, has Caps. He's got 14 in the game. Back comes Montgomery. Carter drives baseline. He'll be fouled by Logan, I believe.
That's right. Jack's first.
Just the fourth team foul. Or third, I should say, if they put it up already. And Montgomery will get it underneath their own hoop. Harrison returns on the inbounds pass. They get it to Parker, and he shoots a layup. Defense wasn't ready. Took a little snooze during that inbounds. Cost them a bucket. And it's back to a 19-point lead. With 3:33 to play in the game, Logan penetrates in the paint, has it swatted from behind. It goes off of Parker out of bounds. And Louisiana will have it underneath their own basket. With 3:29 to play, Harrison to throw it in, left side of the paint. Ball fakes, looks. They'll try and find Logan in the corner. They'll have to relieve it out to Caps. He'll hand it out to Hutton, out of Logan. They'll reset with 3:20. Logan will fire a deep three. It's well off the mark, off the back of the rim. Carter with the rebound. He looks to run, passes it ahead to Lou. His layup's no good. Ball's tip goes back to Lou, and he scores. Louisiana just got out hustled for the ball that time. And it's a 21-point lead, and this one is history for the Dogs. Stolen away by Parker. Look out below. There's the dunk. There's Colin Parker with the jam for Montgomery. And Louisiana comes back. Chapman on the dribble to Logan.
Montgomery's next game will be against Elias, so that might be a pretty fun matchup.
Yeah, that'll be a little different breed of cat than what they've seen all year, as a matter of fact, because Elias is salty this year. Harrison with it now, guarded by Carter, pushed way out of the offense, and Louisiana's going to call a timeout. 62-39, they trail. Montgomery on top, 2:25 to play in the ball game. And this is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Montgomery has opened this thing up. They lead 62-39. What was an 8-point game at the half has ballooned here, thanks to some big play by Parker and Carter here in the second half.
Louisiana's only scored 5 points in this fourth quarter. Montgomery has scored 16. That'll finish you off. pretty quickly.
Yes, it will.
It's been an entertaining game, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's been up and down, not a lot of fouls. Been a nice pace to it, nice flow. It's quick. It's only 8 o'clock. We've only been playing about an hour and 5 minutes. So Louisiana will have it out of the timeout. Hutt gets it to Chapman on the far sideline. Back to Harrison. As Montgomery's pulled Parker out of the game. And who is in for him? They'll get it stolen away. It looks like Smith returned for him. I'm sorry. He'll kick it out to Smith. His three's off the mark. Chapman with the rebound for Louisiana. Down to 2 minutes to play. Chapman into the front court. Penetrates in, loses the handle. They're going to say it went off of Rakers. And Louisiana will get it back. There's some more subs for Montgomery County. Hartman along with Finke and Sanuski into the game for the Wildcats as Scott Kreger empties his bench. Although most of those guys have already had some playing time tonight. He plays they go deep.
Yes, they do.
9 deep. Especially with the injuries they've got. Harrison on the dribble, down to 140. Gets into the paint, tries to drop it off the Caps. Nearly stolen away by James, but off his fingertips, back out of bounds to Louisiana with 1:40 to play in the ball game.
Yep.
Harrison to throw it in.
Kreger's still trying to figure out which one of his JV players is going to get the call up once district starts. Try and fortify that bench a little bit.
Yeah, you may want to bring up a couple, actually.
Yeah.
He had some athletic kids on the JV as well, though. Harrison on the dribble. They just can't do anything against this defense. Louisiana only scored 39 points in this game. A lot of dribbling around, and the defense has been good. Caps has had a big night as he scores another one. He's got 18. If my math's right, well, make that 16. And now Lou in a double team, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Chapman.
Just his first.
Nobody in a bonus yet, so Montgomery will have it on the sideline. Richards will return for Louisiana. And Montgomery will throw it in. Inside to the big fella. Finke, he can't find the handle. We've got a whistle and a foul on the steal. And they'll call that foul on James.
His second.
5th turnover of the half on Montgomery.
And we're down to a minute to play here in the 4th quarter.
That we are. Richards. Back to Hutt. To Perkins. Now to Chapman on the far sideline. To Perkins as they work it around against this man defense. They just can't penetrate. Hutt does finally get to the glass and scores. He's got some quickness, does Quincy Hutt.
Yep.
And it's 62-43, down to 32 seconds to play. They dribble around to Montgomery County. They get it inside now to Hartman on the block. He'll put it off the glass, no good. Caps with the rebound with 20 to play in the game. Up the left sideline, Richards to the wing, drives into the paint, pulls up from 10, no good, and a rebound to James, and I'm going to guess Louisiana will let them dribble it out as we're under 10 seconds, and they will do exactly that. Your final score, the Montgomery County Wildcats 62, Louisiana Bulldogs 43. The Abel's postgame shows next on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Our final, Montgomery County 62, the Louisiana Bulldogs 43. And Jim Ross, one of the most telling stats in this entire ball game. Louisiana 1 for 2 shooting free throws in the entire game. In the second half, there was only 4 shot total.
Right.
But that is a pretty amazing stat. You only go to the line one time the whole night.
Pretty clean game. Pretty much tells you that nobody was getting in anybody's grill defensively on either end of the floor, for that matter. Although Montgomery got to the line 12 times in the first half. And, for Louisiana, if you can't get to the line, you didn't make any threes in the second half at all, that I see. And that's usually their MO. So they tried to play the game tonight without, falling in love with the long ball. And it was okay in the first half, and it just fell apart in the second half. And, of course, Colin Parker was the story of the second half, as he had a huge second half. And
there's a difference, though, with not being in love and filing a restraining order on the three-pointer.
Fair point, yeah. They didn't shoot very many, did they?
No, they didn't.
They've got some soul-searching to do, does Louisiana. And, of course, Montgomery, as I said, they're the odds-on favorite at this point to win the conference. Their remaining conference games are Ellsbury, Mark Twain, and North Callaway. All games that they would be favored to win, most of them significantly. This was probably their scariest game left because Louisiana is a scary team. If they shoot a bunch of threes and make them, or run up and down and get the pace to their liking, they can beat most anybody. But tonight was not their night.
62-43 our final. Over at Bowling Green, the Bobcats with 5:18 to go in that ball game are up by 5 on Wellsville, 44-39. So we'll take another look at that one before we shut down here from the Jake. But we'll take a break, come back with final scoring numbers from this one as Louisiana falls at home on homecoming court warming night, 62-43 to Montgomery County on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Final in this one, the Bulldogs fall to Montgomery 62-43. The girls will play tomorrow at Montgomery, so kind of a split home and home girls and boys thing going on over the weekend here between the Wildcats and the Bulldogs. Final scoring numbers in this one for Louisiana. They had a point from Donovan Richards on 1 of 2 shooting free throws. Nathan Perkins with 2 points. Jack Logan with 2 points. 4 for Wyatt Harrison. 4 for Quincy Hutt. 7 each for Mason Washington and Tremaine Chapman off the bench. All but 2 of those between those 2 players were scored in the first half of this ball game. So your top 2 scorers during the season combined for 2 points in the second half, as Montgomery made their push. 16 points for Ryan Capps. He was the only thing that kept this one really, really interesting, as most of his 16 points, 14 of the 16 were scored after halftime for Louisiana. For the Wildcats, they had a 5-point night from Drake Smith, 6 points for Keenan James, 12 for Ty Lue, 17 for Kalijah Carter, and 21 points for Colin Parker in this win over Louisiana at the Jake. 62-43 our final.
Yep, not much more we can say about it. It was a dominating second half performance by Montgomery County, and it tells you why they're at the top of the pack in the UMO Conference right now.
Down to 3:16 to go over at Bowling Green, and Wellsville has tied that game. Now Bowling Green is pulled ahead and a chance to go back up by 3 with a 3-point play. 48-46, 3:16 to go in the fourth quarter at Bowling Green as the Bobcats lead the Wellsville Middletown Tigers. Girls won that game, Bowling Green girls over Wellsville earlier tonight.
I think we'll have 3 games next week. We're getting cranked up for we're in the district stretch. I guess next week's the last week before districts, is it not? Isn't it?
It's getting close.
I don't know. I've been working too much at my real job to pay any attention.
Me too.
Let's see. Tuesday night, you and I are going to be at Clopton as they host the Bowling Green Bobcats.
That should be fun.
Yep, we'll be on video and radio. On video only, Marianne and Rodney will be at Van Far and Louisiana Van Far boys. I think that's just a boys game only. That game got canceled this week.
That was supposed to be Wednesday, now moved to Tuesday. Right. Okay.
Thursday night, Clopton boys host and girls host Van Far. Marianne and I will be there for that. And then on Friday night, Louisiana and Mark Twain square off, boys and girls, and you and Rodney will have that.
All right.
So there's the lineup for next week.
Full week of high school basketball on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. Our final in this one, Montgomery County 62, Louisiana 43. For Jim Ross, Mark Fronick saying good night from the Jake here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.